One of my favorite not Monty Python, Faulty Towers is when he's like motioning to the old lady because she was so annoying, and he just starts talking to her.
He starts talking quieter,
and he just is like, and she
like leans in,
and she turns up her hearing aid because she would never wear her hearing aid. So she goes, "Hold on, let me turn it on." And she turns it on, turns it up, and then
Basil goes,
and then he goes like, "Hello," and she's like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
he's such an asshole.
Yes, he is. Welcome to the Misadventures with Kiki. I'll just say that on her behalf. And Cowboy. Kiki has been, I'm not even muting you when you cough. We're just going to let him know what's up with you.
Oh, no, that's Kiki so terrible. Don't do that. That spontaneously happened.
So, I don't know if your listening audience has heard of this mystery disease, or actually it's just
illness,
a virus called COVID.
Yeah.
Well, it just ran rampant through the household, or at least just us two old people. Cowboy got sick first on the trip. I think I mentioned in the previous podcast, and now Kiki's been battling it, and she's on the recovery side, which is pretty awesome and very exciting. But she's got I
decided that I liked it so much that I was going to keep it.
She's going to keep
hanging
it around
for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, so they had the coffee coughs, and that's just where we are right now, folks. But we did manage to go to the gym today.
We did.
Yeah, and so we're ahead there, and you hear riflings of kitchen off in the distance.
Of young adults.
We've got a young adult feeding time. So,
yes.
Yeah. So we're in good shape.
Yes, I have a
triviality.
No. Oh my gosh, COVID, my brain.
She's got COVID brain, folks.
What words am I trying?
Strap in for an interesting episode.
What words am I trying to form?
Feed me words, Cowboy. Feed me words.
A riddle. I have a riddle for you.
Okay, everybody likes a riddle. Here we go. Okay,
so here you go. This is for everybody.
Riddle me this.
How do you know when your young adult children are home?
How do you know when your young adult children are home?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with and I'm not prepared. Everybody, she as Kiki does, she blindsides me. I'm gonna say you hear the refrigerator door open.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. How many guesses do I get?
You can have as many as you want.
Guesses? Okay. Add your guesses to the comments, folks.
Add your guesses to the comments.
Yeah, I'll breathe for a second and let you do that, but definitely put your guesses in the comments. Let's go with how do you know when your adult children are home? You hear somewhere in the house they say, "Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?" from a distance.
That's a good one.
That's also a good one. Okay.
No.
I'm thinking of a late teen, young adult motivation is food.
Yeah.
So that's why
I get you on that.
I'm going with that. I was thinking the pantry door or the refrigerator door opening.
Sure.
It's a good one. Dogs barking's a little too obvious. Okay, I'm stumped.
You're stumped?
I'm stumped.
I was thinking, there's so many options.
There are so many.
The lights are all left on in the house,
yes.
even in unoccupied rooms.
Yes, you know that. Yes, but that's when they come home. That's how I know they've left, is I walk around the house and all the lights are on and it's quiet. Yeah. They're asleep, but all the lights are on.
So the answer to our riddle is the robot vacuum is in the hallway and just keeps getting stepped over.
Oh, yes. That's how you know. Yes. Oh, okay. I get it. So the setup
you
would be...
You actually made this observation about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
So this is like when they're having been out of town and they're in town.
Yes.
And you notice that So the anecdote is basically, I'd come into the office. We have an office that's down the hall from the kids' office and their bedrooms. And I had noticed repeatedly that the Roomba had basically died in their office. And what I'm thinking, I've witnessed this though, is they would literally set it just outside the door of their office in the hallway.
yes, like
as if
here,
that's-
come get it,
Yeah.
or the magic
Emotion-
fairies.
Yeah, the
like,
Roomba fairies would come take it away.
collect it.
And I'd witnessed all day long. Both of our young adults were just stepping over it, and it couldn't have been
Completely in their way.
could not have been more inconvenient because that's in a doorway. You have to turn and step over. And both of them had been in and out, in and out. But I just thought it was the funniest thing is they just gotten used to it being there versus literally it weighs, 4 pounds? Just pick it up, walk it in here and set it on its charger. And then
Indeed.
and then the torture is over. But
Indeed.
I think we all have those things in our lives. It's like a procrastinatory,
Whoa.
I think I hurt myself saying that. Watch me closely, Kiki. I might be having some kind of
You're going to get an aneurysm.
yeah, something's happening here. If one of my eyes starts dilating, let me know. But yeah, it's basically when you're procrastinating and you're just like, I just don't have enough energy for that thing, whatever that thing may be. It could be the Roomba in the hall, But I think that's what had happened to them. They'd been away.
Yes.
They came back and they had the
but
being
get
back.
get the offending robot vacuum out of our office.
Yes, so we
but
can
don't take it to the charging station.
Right.
Just
that's
put
just too much.
Put it 1
Too much
inch
burden
outside
to
their
bear.
doorway.
Can't pick up said small device because video games and or art or school or whatever.
Hiccups?
Yes, I have the hiccups now. Apparently, this is our what ailment is am I having episode.
He's literally having like a hiccup attack
I just gotta
while
reach
he's
over
trying
here.
to talk
Hold on.
there.
I would mute myself, but why would I do that?
Why would we do that?
All right, so we've got several subjects we can talk about today.
Yes.
There's so many.
I've pre-selected one for you.
Okay, so Kiki has pre-selected one. Here we go, everybody. You're learning it as I learn it. What are we talking about today, Kiki?
Well, so
I'm clearly verklempt.
it occurs to. It actually
it's
occurred to.
Rio Grande. I'm calling it right now.
Oh, we've got the Apple TV on,
Oh,
just
Colorado
so you guys
River.
know. And if you ever watched the screensaver on the Apple TV,
It's a Colorado River.
they do landscapes.
Yeah, it's like 4K
And-
drone footage or from the space station
And I mean,
or something.
how
or
long?
underwater.
How long have we had an Apple TV? I'm talking years.
Since they made the thing.
Yeah. So years we've been watching these landscapes and we make these random guesses as to what the landscape is. So
Right now we're watching the Colorado River, a drone footage of slow, and what I like, it's a nice, slow, high quality of a drone flying through over the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. But a lot of these times I'll see this and I'll go, God, Kiki,
he laments.
I wish I knew what this was that never says
and
what
so
it was.
we just make these random guesses. Like, so he'll be guessing
maybe-
it's
yeah.
Sydney, and I'm like, no, I think it's Dubai, and then
and we're like, we'll never know.
We'll never know. Maybe it's Beijing.
Shrug
I don't know.
shoulders.
Is it Beijing? Wait, that looks like
that looks a lot
that
like
looks like New
Shanghai.
York.
Yeah,
we're like, we have no idea. So finally,
we're terrible guessers.
just days ago, Cowboy
I just decided to use
decides to
this
actually-
computer that I hold in my hand
What?
and usually play Wordle with, or Pokemon Go, as everybody knows. I just decided, you know what? I wonder if there's an answer out there. So
I wonder if
I
there's an
literally
answer out there.
I literally speak the words. Oh God, what were they? They were.
You said Apple TV.
Should have been Apple TV screensaver. Location identify, something like that. And then there were instructions to literally just take your little Apple remote and gently touch that touchpad.
Yeah, don't click it.
Don't click it. Just gently, just
kinda-
literally barely
like,
touch it.
Barely touch it.
And now a caption in the bottom left of the
And
screen
all of a
tells us
sudden
exactly where it is.
It tells you where it is.
And my mind was
And now our
blown.
game is ruined.
Well, now, but it's actually become a better game now. Because before it was unwinnable.
That's the
Now,
perfect game.
The unwinnable game.
What are you talking about?
I think I know our
Now-
podcast.
now what
Today's
it was-
episode is called The Unwinnable Game.
Oh, well, it
Misadventures
probably
with-
is. It probably leads well
Yeah.
into that.
And so our now it's at least we can guess before we press.
Yeah, but I was always right before.
I don't think you were. We guess
I don't
before
like
we
that
press.
laugh. I don't like how you laughed at me in that way.
We guess before we press, and now and so. Oh, that's the other thing, Kiki. Watch this. Let's go to the next one.
What?
I swiped left.
What?
Yes.
That's cheating.
And look, except here's the problem: when you swipe left, it shows you immediately
where it is.
What it is. Right
See,
now we're
you're totally
approaching the
cheating.
Bay
Now
Bridge
you're
in
ruining it
downtown
all.
San Francisco.
You're ruining everything. I could have told you that was the San Francisco
So what we have
Bridge.
to do is look away.
Can't do it. I see you cheating.
I'm not cheating. You're looking
on the corner of your eye.
I'm side-eyeing the TV.
You are completely.
But anyway, if we wanted to play trivia, we still could. With the
That's all right.
Apple TV.
Never mind, you ruined it. Now.
Well, that's clearly
all the mystery is gone.
That's clearly San Francisco. Yeah, we're flying from the Sausalito side to the to the
now
main
who's
city.
going to be just all Mr. Smarty Pants over there?
I'm right.
You are.
Yeah, because that's what's right behind us is Sausalito.
That is not the San Francisco Bridge. That is the Bay Bridge.
Oh, damn. Okay, we're not in Sausalito then.
Man.
Approaching the Bay Bridge and downtown. Oh, okay.
We both suck, too, because I said that was the San Francisco Bridge.
You did say that.
I did.
It is a San Francisco Bridge.
It is.
We're idiots.
Yes, indeed we are.
Good times. Yeah, the Bay Bridge, it's way off down there. Like, you can see one little pillar of it.
You know, this makes a great podcast describing to people.
Describing what we're seeing on the Apple TV.
What we're seeing on the Apple TV
Tell them what you see.
screensaver.
Well, it's like old-time radio sports.
How boring are we?
Rounding the left corner is such and such by a furlong, It's a
long weekend
Warhorse
evening.
number 7.
We're sitting here doing our podcast and watching the screensaver TV
and making it entertaining.
Yeah. But I don't know about we're making it entertaining. We're being entertained.
But what did I just call it? What was the podcast title I just came up with a minute ago?
The unwinnable game.
Yeah, this is our life, the unwinnable game.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, that's for sure.
We're making this entertaining.
Isn't that
right
all
now.
of marriage?
Yeah. Because it isn't about winning; it's about the journey.
Oh, puke.
Throw up on feet.
Gross.
Oh, that's a pretty cool downtown look.
Gross.
Okay, but you had it.
Okay, I did.
Kiki had an actual topic.
I
everybody.
did.
So what are we? 15 minutes into the show. We got
15 minutes.
It's time for the real topic.
Yeah, for the real topic.
Okay.
So
cue the cows.
It occurred to you and I.
Us.
About a week ago. That.
It occurred to me
in whatever. That in one of our recent podcasts, we divulged to our listeners that we have a tandem bike.
Oh, yes.
But we did not really explain the actual bike riding of the tandem bike. Yes. And then we came up with some fun stuff after that. So
right.
I just thought, for everybody's enjoyment, why is it we don't ride our tandem bike anymore? Like the last time we sat and debated whose idea it was to get a tandem bike.
Everyone settled on Kiki.
Yeah, sure.
That's
Nobody
the way I
believes
remember
that.
it.
And
good thing we didn't record it.
Good thing. And but we didn't talk about the actual riding of the tandem bike and what the experience was like and all the benefits.
So when we bought the bike, I'm going to go my recollection.
Okay.
You fill in the gaps.
Okay.
We bought the bike. It did not fit properly. I knew this. We did ride it.
We knew it, but we thought...
We were like, let's give it a try.
We thought it would just take a few minor adjustments.
Yes.
And part of the thing is that height differential between the two of us.
Yep.
It was a little small for you. It was a little big for me.
Right.
And we figured, well, that's okay.
We just need to get a taller stem for the front, shorter thing for the back.
So we did get you...
Yep. So we did a test ride before we took it to the shop.
Yes.
And figured all this out, that it's highly uncomfortable.
Yes. Yes.
Or lowly,
Yes.
And so we took it to a shop. We had new tires, we had new wires, new stem put on the front, so it was higher for me, and adjustment on the back for her, so it was lower.
I don't know that we did a new stem on the front.
I thought we did.
Because remember they'd have to, but they did modify the brakes or something.
Something to make it a little, the angle was better,
Yeah.
air quote. So we got it back. It took about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah. Now, and we've discussed this in a previous podcast.
Easily a few $300-400 or something.
Oh, it was It was a few $100s.
Let's just say it doubled the value of the bike.
Maybe $500 or so.
Yeah. We spent some money on getting it tuned up.
You have
fancy new tires,
cycling experience.
As do you. I have a lot more.
I have a lot less.
I probably have 20,000 miles on you.
Yeah, and I have a lot less comfort on the bike.
Yes.
So I think you had these visions in your head when we got the tandem bike.
Sugar plums.
That it was going to be a fun experience. I mean, like, you know, how many times do people do things like knowing for sure it was not going to be fun? Like, not a lot of people, right? So obviously we thought it was going to be fun. But you like steering it and
it's
the coordination of it.
I want to compare it to, and I'm trying to give several different things. So it's like if you were a boat person, it's the difference between a single person speedboat type boat, I think the single hull, and a pontoon boat from a steering perspective.
Okay.
It's very different. Or if you're an air person, it's probably the difference between a actual prop plane and a blimp from a trying to steer the thing because it's different. And then also,
I take offense on behalf of all blimps out there.
I'm not. Hold on. I'm not comparing my bride to a blimp. I'm talking about the actual its reaction time. Maybe
blimps are very easy to steer. You don't know. You're making judgments about blimps.
I don't think they are. I think I've seen some shows on their steerability.
All right, fair enough.
I've seen Up. You know. So, you know, there's my research.
It's a documentary.
Yeah, my research about
yes.
how to turn the thing. It's like a house steer. That house was surprisingly nimble. None of that makes sense. But then, there's
he definitely outmaneuvers us on the tandem bike.
Yeah,
with
he
his
has some
house.
things going. There's some structural issues there. But so there's that, and then I still wasn't comfortable.
Yeah,
because here's the interesting thing is, even with
all the modifications,
you know, having ridden a single person bike before, braking on this bike because it has two people, and the bike itself because it's a tandem bike, it's a bigger bike, was exceptionally. You need more lead time to brake.
Yes,
and I certainly wasn't used to that,
and it was heavy,
because it was heavy, so I had to really squeeze the shit out of those brakes.
Because I was making sure to power us through.
I think she was still pedaling while I was braking. I'm sure of that now. But and again, trying to get the cadence right, because I would have to say and. Just that was the first. I'd say and that would indicate we're about to do something different.
And you had to yell it like I think the thing that we didn't realize is on being single bikes, you can converse with the person that you're riding with.
Next to you or in front of you.
Yeah. And somehow on the tandem
is not optimal.
You're really having to like yell.
Yeah. And
so he felt like he was barking.
Constantly barking. Yeah. And conversation was not even possible. She could talk, but I could barely hear her because of the wind. I could talk, but I had to project backwards somehow through magic or science. And it was not enjoyable. Plus, it's just, we didn't get to see each other.
Yes.
You know, and so
I think you're just lamenting the fact that you didn't get to check out my butt.
Yeah, I can't check out Kiki's booty.
So we came up with,
which is fun,
some ideas
tight little shorts,
as we are
approaching
trying to sell our tandem bike.
Yeah, so
on
the
probably
one and
Facebook
only
Marketplace.
Kiki and Cowboy Misadventure tandem bike will be for sale on Facebook
So do
Market.
keep an eye open for it. But we thought we would come up with
the DFW area marketplace.
We thought we'd come up with some ads.
Yes, we're gonna seek your help in writing our ad
for the tandem bike.
Yes.
So I'm gonna kick it off with I thought the ad could read something like plagued by a stalker. This gift will almost entirely ensure that your stalker will never be able to keep up with you.
Yes. Well, that's a good one.
Right?
Unless they're on the bike with you.
Oh,
And then-
maybe that's a no twist.
So
keep your stalker right there with you the whole time.
keep
The
your
two of
stalker
you, it could
closer.
just be or
And
maybe the twist is you're the stalker, then get your favorite person this tandem bike so you can never be apart.
Yes. Well, the best part is you won't want to stalk them after you've ridden this bike with them. There's nothing that's going to help your relationship. No matter how the relationship is built, this may destroy it. That's why we're selling it, by the way. But
yes,
because we can't risk it.
I do believe the idea that you had for the ad was something around uncontested divorce.
It was something to the effect of how this, if you're looking for, well, obviously you're not going to get to keep this thing in the divorce because you're not going to want it. No one will want this thing.
No, but I think you were going to assure yourself,
that the divorce is.
If you're sure that this is not your person and you want to get a divorce,
contested divorce, get them on the bike.
Yes.
if you've got
they'll settle.
Yeah. It's just like okay, fine. Yeah. So it's basically how many ways can you mess up a relationship, and one of them is it's kind of like a boat thing, right? Your happiest days in ownership, day one when you buy the tandem bike.
Oh, yes.
The second is also when you sell the tandem bike.
It's a testament to the fact that we are now married in the ones of years.
Yes. We are, yes.
In the twos of years at this point.
We're 18, 19 months in.
But we got the tandem bike right about the same time.
That's newlywed naivete.
Yeah, shortly after getting married.
This will be fun.
And
we should do fun
shortly
things
after
together.
buying a house together, too, all at the same time.
Yeah, let's do all the things.
All the things.
That's right. So we were on. Yeah, we're in the our second rodeo marriage accelerator.
Yes,
it's like, that's
100%.
what we talked about. We were trying to make up for all this lost time. Let's do the stupidest shit that you would do when you're like, early 20s marriage.
Yes,
let's do that
100%.
now. Let's just do it now.
Let's do it all.
Just shy of having kids. We should adopt some other random animal that is just like, let's get a exotic pet.
Let's get a pig.
Yeah. Except for that, might as well get a parrot. It'd be in the corner room just parroting us, whatever.
Yes.
It'd go, Misadventures.
Yes, it would be great.
Asshat.
You already.
Stop saying asshat.
Well, okay. So another ad I thought was, I was thinking about.
Yes, we're back to the ad.
Yeah. Well, why not? Have we left the ad?
We have not. Yeah, we still need help writing the ad, everybody.
No, I was just going to
Price point's
say,
gonna be a
like,
shit
coming
show.
from the perspective of somebody like me, who waited until later in life to learn how to ride a bike. Later in life,
literally like 40.
I was 10.
Yeah. Oh.
But
might as well have been 40.
but so I was thinking,
This is Dubai.
Thank you for that interjection.
Sorry, the Apple TV changed to downtown Dubai.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, approaching the Burj Khalifa in downtown Dubai. That is pretty impressive imagery in the UAE. Anyway,
what are you talking about?
that's what I say when I look at you, my dear.
Is that it?
That
Okay.
is pretty impressive imagery.
So I was thinking from the perspective of somebody who doesn't ride a bike well, I was like, if you're not ready for your own bike, it's like a bike on training wheels.
Yeah,
except,
very much.
but not.
Even an experienced cyclist at the front.
Yes, with me on the back.
Yes, it's still. Oh, it was.
I think
Yeah.
we said something about the fact that you could go tens of yards.
Yeah, you can go tens of yards on this bike
without being
without
exhausted.
a problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Tens of yards.
And then there was a couple of times we tried riding
Like
it.
going straight and no turns?
Yes, there you go. No turns. That you're leading into the next piece of it, which is like, okay, trying to corner
Oh my gosh.
on this thing.
Might as well be driving a school bus.
It's like a limousine,
Oh, it's so long. Yeah.
right?
You just
And
can
a
barely turn.
lot of people ride their bike on the sidewalk.
You
Like, I can't even.
Are you okay with being forced to ride on the road all the time? The tandem bike is for you.
You want to veer into traffic.
You want You want to ride in traffic with someone you love? A tandem bike is the bike for you. You like not being able to stop? A tandem bike.
Period. That's it. Just leave them hanging.
Yeah.
Yes.
You like pedal? You like fighting a person while you're just trying to pedal the bike? Yeah, as in her legs, my legs, not getting on the same cadence.
Oh no,
She's
never.
a grinder and I'm a high cadence peddler.
Yes. Yeah, I think you made mention of it being like you were steering the Titanic.
Yes, very much. Yes. Are you attracted to icebergs? You smile when the guy yells, "Iceberg right ahead," and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, that's our jam.
We're not turning. And even like when he was just spinning the wheel, it was fruitless. That's what I felt like when I was trying to turn the bike.
Oh, man.
We're not turning.
We're not turning. Well, because you
you gotta lean a little bit.
Yeah, you talked about
the counter steer
with the motorcycle.
Yep.
There is a manner in which you don't just lean and you don't just
turn the wheel,
turn the handlebars to the right
when you want to go right.
Like there's a whole technique behind it.
Yeah, you have to make it almost lose balance in the direction you want to go. So literally, if it's kind of like what was that? Cars, that movie Cars.
Okay.
Where the Hudson Hornet, he's like, you basically turn right to go left. Right?
Okay.
So it's kind of along that lines is you have to push the direction you want to go. You push the handlebar forward. So then the bike kind of falls to that side, and then you catch it as it's falling, and then you turn back because that forces a lean that then
that sounds terrifying to me.
It's weird until you get it, and then you get it. And you have, with a bike that long, with that much weight on it, two people pedaling.
Hey.
Baby, we both know I outweigh you by a bunch. But with its wheelbase and all of that, you've got to do the counter steering thing. Now, I did the counter steering stuff on my just a single person bicycle because that's how you could turn.
No, you did not.
Oh, you bet. Oh, yeah, because that's how you get because you go woo. So you basically, as you're approaching a corner,
I like that.
It's a right woo. Yeah, because I'm using my hands. I'm showing something that no one can see.
Actions over here that you guys can't see.
The simplest form is
hilarious.
So I'm coming to a right turn. So as soon as I get there, I push the steering wheel a little bit left and lean to the right. And then I turn the steering wheel a little bit right, or so the bar is a little bit right to catch it. So you kind of do this weird dip.
Woo again?
The woo. Yeah, you do the dip and turn.
Okay, got it.
And
I love
it's
how he's
weird
acting this
until
out
it
for
makes
you all.
sense. And most people who are riding a bicycle do this naturally. They don't know they're doing it. But on a motorcycle, it's critical. And on a tandem bike, you're not going to turn unless you can't just turn. You just can't just turn it because then it's going to fall the other way because you're essentially counter steering the other way.
I'm on the back of the thing, just holding on for dear life.
I'm doing all this physics tests up here front and trying to have a conversation with myself. Apparently.
And he's trying to lean the bike, and I would definitely lean the opposite direction, which was not the result.
Yep.
That he wanted.
It was different. So I think for our ad is like, do you want to spend $1,000 today, and then basically you want to buy something for $1,000 today and sell it for $800 next week? This tandem bike is for you.
This tandem bike is for you.
A tandem bike is for you. Do you like getting 80 cents on the dollar? If you're lucky, try 60 cents. Yeah. Do you like something taking up half your garage?
Oh my gosh, trying to pull that thing in and out of the garage.
It's literally the length of a car.
It's so long. That's true.
We joked about at one point figuring out a way to put it on top of the car. It's longer than our car.
It's longer than the car.
It's longer than the car.
So we did a couple of times. We tried to transport it somewhere.
Yes.
And when you had the larger car,
the
Expedition, we were at least able to pop off the front tire.
Yeah, had to take it apart.
And took all the seats down.
It took all the space and was still like up in between us in the front seats.
It was right up to the edge, right? And then we have my smaller car, and we had talked about trying to take the tandem bike with us to Austin or one of our trips or whatnot. And we were looking for ways to mount it. because I have like a bike rack that will fit into a trailer hitch,
yeah,
right? Like kind of mounts it
for
up
a
in the
single
air,
bike.
but it's for a single bike, and we couldn't figure out.
This thing is so it would be sticking out like 3 feet on each side.
Yes,
so big.
Like so, it can't go horizontally, like perpendicular to your car.
It'd be like a dorsal fin of an airplane sticking straight up if we had. It's just, I mean, there are ways people do it, but it's usually on a very big car.
Yes. And we looked at a couple of ways of transporting. That was
literally
definitely
just have to take it. We'd have to take the rear wheel off, the front wheel off, dismantle the all the steering. It's just like so. There it is. It lives in our garage.
Yes. Well, okay. So somebody came over to purchase something the other day from Facebook Marketplace, and right now, the way I have the garage organized, I have this center aisle
somewhat,
sure,
yeah,
and mostly so that we can
park the tandem bike there.
I put things that can roll or can move, so that if we needed to get to the garage door,
right. Yeah, the whole column,
or something,
on
that whole
wheels,
right.
Yeah.
So I have the tandem bike in there. Well, something else I was trying to sell.
I'm going with Colorado here. Colorado
was fairly large.
It's the Alps.
And
it's Yosemite. Okay.
Oh yes, Yosemite.
Okay,
Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah.
And so you weren't home, and of course I did not prepare before this person comes to the house to get whatever it was.
Oh boy.
And so I have to roll out the stuff, and this poor person, this guy is looking at first of all, he's shell-shocked because of the garage. Yeah. He's looking at it and just like, oh my gosh, and just blinking.
The storage modifications we made to our garage.
Oh, yeah.
Shelving stuff, those shelving things that go up in the ceiling.
Up into the ceiling.
Yeah. And then those up there, they're full of everything. And then we still have
the boxes stacked all
that
the way
stack
up
to those.
Yes. And so I'm pulling out the rolling stuff, and he's like, I can help you. And I'm like, no, it's no problem. Just a second. And I pull
out. Don't you dare touch anything.
And I pull out this tandem bike.
and it keeps going.
And then it just keeps going. And it keeps going. And he's like looking at me just bewildered. Like,
let me move the bicycle.
Like, what did I buy? Like, lady, this isn't even close. I'm like, hold on. Let me get the tandem bike out.
It's like a cartoon where the person goes in the trunk of their car and they just start throwing out stuff. There's a boot. There's a television. There's a,
Yes. It absolutely
here it is.
And then, of course, the hard part is because the tandem bike is so long, when you're by yourself,
steering it,
trying to back it up or steer it and get the handlebars, reach the handlebars, and then reach the second seat.
Yeah,
because you can't really hold on to just the front half of the bike.
No,
because it's too
has
heavy.
A mind of its own. Yeah,
it really does. So this poor. And then I finally got out what he needed to get out, and then I was now having to put everything back. And of course, at some point down, because it's such a narrow area, I have to, as I'm putting the bike back in.
Our area.
Is that what it is? The Narnia?
It's the narrow area. It's the Narnia of the garage.
So,
not to be confused with Narnia. There's no Aslan in there. Yeah. There might be, God, by now.
Aslan.
Whatever.
Aslan.
Aslag is something else.
What did you just say? What are the words you're saying?
Let me Google Aslag.
No, please don't.
I know it's Aslag.
I don't think I want to know.
Save search on it.
But as I'm pushing
let me Google it on your
He's
phone.
offering to help me put the stuff back in the garage, and I said, no, it's no problem. And so I go to put the tandem bike back in, but at some point, it's narrow enough passage that I cannot walk next to the bike all the way through that passageway. So I have to stand where I am and keep feeding the bike through, and the handlebars keep turning,
it's
and so
like
it keeps like jackknifing.
You're pulling on a thread of a sweater. It just keeps coming,
and you're just like, hold on, wait just a second.
Up inside there.
So you have to kind of back it up and try to, push it in again. So anyway, it was pretty funny. So that was our funny tandem bike ad. Like, it was, we were reminiscing about the tandem bike after having recorded the last podcast, and we realized that we hadn't really talked much about what it was about the tandem bike that we found challenging.
Reminiscing is a improper word for something we didn't quite enjoy.
I don't know. I mean, I have fond memories of it. I just wouldn't want to keep doing it.
Is it we ren a missing? Yeah, like a ren.
It makes me laugh.
Like a nemesis, reminisce. Yeah. I'm smithing words over here.
Okay, are you?
It's not working
All right.
for anybody.
No.
Now that is the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
We need to turn this off.
Yeah.
This is getting out of
over
control.
Marin headlands toward the Golden Gate Bridge.
So
Play
on the
along with
next
us, everybody.
podcast,
Yeah, get your.
we're just going to narrate the Apple TV,
Apple TV.
for you for the entire podcast.
Let us tell you what we're seeing here, and then we can.
I think I've discovered that we have to turn the TV off entirely if we're going to have any.
Highly distracted.
He cannot handle it. He is so engrossed with
wouldn't it be great
whatever
if
it is.
a tandem bike riding somewhere? Well, it's like the Peloton. Whenever I'm riding the Peloton and stuff, it'll tell you where it is, but I still like looking. It's like, oh, that's interesting. I love the landscape. That's the wanderer in me, the person that likes to ride a motorcycle. I like to see this stuff. I like to see the world.
You do.
Yeah, you can show me the world, can't you, Kiki?
No.
The whole new world.
I'm not singing to you either.
Oh my gosh, is that from Little Mermaid?
No, it's from Aladdin, I think.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's Aladdin
That's
when
Jafar,
they're flying on the magic carpet.
Yeah, Jafar, he's a wild man.
Anyway, this has been
We digress.
the Misadventures
with
Kiki
and Cowboy. So and watch
please listen to something
please
else.
buy our tandem bike.
And that too. Yes, please.
Yeah, because it's clearly good for a marriage.
Definitely accepting any offers over 50 cents.
Yes, and below $1,000. Closer to $1,000.
Closer to 1,000.
10 cents on the dollar would be great.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. See you next time, folks.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.
Or whatever my tagline is.
Ka-chow!